something we started yesterday, talking about people abducted along the Abuja Kaduna Highway. Yesterday, I told you the figure was somewhere around 30. Today, the newspapers are reporting the figure is somewhere around 85 in the past 1-2 weeks. 85 in the past 1 week, basically. 85 people have been abducted. First, 50 people were abducted in about 3 communities, and there was it yesterday or the day before, about 30 people. That's the one you and I talked about yesterday. However, the police in that area is saying, in short, they're not even talking about it. Their mum, they talked about the fact that they went to the scene when the abductors were trying to kidnap travelers, and there was the gun battle, and about 4 travelers were injured. However, they say they were able to repel the kidnappers, and some of them sustained gun wounds. My goodness, but they are not saying anything about the abductors. I'm guessing they are indirectly saying nobody was abducted, or they're just deciding to ignore. But we could have talked about that one, but we're not going to talk about it. We're going to move on now because we have a lot to talk about this afternoon. And I want us to start with the story we saw yesterday. I think we mentioned it towards the end of hard facts yesterday. And 25 lawmakers ask the governor to resubmit budget as CSO accuse Governor Fubara of flouting the law by recognizing Martin-Amaewhule-led assembly. So I've joined 2 stories together, or even about 3 stories together, to get my first big story. All right, so yesterday we saw the report of the 25 lawmakers sitting. That number continues to fluctuate, right? Some days we get 26, some days we get 27, other days we get 25. But today in the news, what we are seeing is 25 lawmakers yesterday sat for plenary, and of course that has also given birth to a lot of controversy since yesterday when the news broke. Anyways, according to the in-house bulletin, it starts by saying the 25 lawmakers seen as pro-Wike lawmakers, as they deny, they are denying claims that they are stripping the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara of his powers with their recent law amendment. Now, speaking shortly after their sitting yesterday, lawmaker Eleme LG, who spoke to newsmen on their behalf, said the planned amendment of the Rivers State Traditional Rulers Law will ensure that the chairman and members of the Traditional Rulers Council cannot be unilaterally removed without the 2/3 majority of the House. So they were talking, I understand what you're trying to do. They're trying to protect, some people who, possibly are loyal to their clique, things like that happen. However, that's not my focus. Yesterday during the resumed sitting at the Assembly Quarters on Aba Road in Port Harcourt, the Martin-Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly gave first reading to the bill. Lawmaker Major Jack presented the bill, saying the bill seeks to amend some sections of the principal law, and when passed will make the Traditional Rulers Law to be in tune with current realities. Yet again, that's not my focus, so I'm going to skip. Also during the sitting yesterday, the 25 lawmakers said they are still expecting Governor Fubara to submit the 2024 budget to them. This is after they deliberated on the delayed submission of the audited account of the state by the Public Account Committee. Now, the Speaker of the House, Martin-Amaewhule, after listening to the explanations from the committee, granted their request for an additional 3 weeks and blah, blah, blah. They also agreed to write the governor about their planned recess so that it could align with his calendar. So you get the gist, you get the drift. They're asking the governor, and they have also amended. I know I said I didn't want to talk about it, but after thinking about it, I do think maybe we should talk about it. I mean, they are amending the, what they call it now, the law that has to do with traditional rulers, the Traditional Rulers Law. And I'm wondering why. I'm wondering if you're wondering why as well. And they're asking the governor to resubmit. However, there is a lawyer, it was in our news bulletin, Eugene O'Day, who said that there is nothing that will make the 25 lawmakers legal legislative members, legislative members, that in the eye of the law, that they have resigned their position, that all the things that they are doing currently is invalid, and that debate is on. The CSOs are saying, oh, why would you even recognize, now talking to the governor, why would you recognize? Remember, some time ago at an event, was it the New Year, I think there was a New Year event, I'm trying to remember what it was, but in that event, Martin-Amaewhule-led was recognized as the Speaker of the House, and the Rivers CSO is saying, I don't understand. Why would you do that? That is an illegality. You are flouting the law of the land. You are flouting the ground norm. You're flouting the Constitution. You should not recognize, Martin-Amaewhule-led as Speaker. You shouldn't even recognize them as members of the River State House of Assembly. So it looks like while the politicians are trying to settle and trying to make peace, Rivers people or people belonging to organizations in Rivers State are saying, no, we must stick to the letter of the Constitution. But what are you saying? What are you thinking? What is your opinion on this one? I really would love to hear. I really would love to, listen to that opinion of yours. Remember, it's the collation, it's the collection of many opinions that makes it the proper conversation, that makes it a conversation for development. So I'm looking forward to hearing your opinion on this matter. But let's move on to the next one, because if you let me, I might just dwell on this one for too long. Police rescue man from kidnappers' den in Agbonchia, Eleme local government. I like this story, and I like it for a particular reason. I'll tell you. But let me read the news item as seen in our in-house bulletin. The police have rescued a kidnapped victim from a forest in Agbonchia, Eleme local government area of Rivers State. Speaking at a media briefing, the State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, said the victim, a hotelier, was abducted along the artillery axis of Port Harcourt on his way home on the 19th of December 2023. CP Disu said the victim was also shot before he was kidnapped, and the kidnappers refused to release him after his family paid the... I know this was not part of the news item, but I've got to add it to the news item. After the family paid a whooping sum of 25 million naira ransom. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to what the police commissioner had to say.
This has to do with the rescue of a kidnapped victim. This victim was kidnapped on the 19th of December in his residence by these hoodlums. These hoodlums shot him 3 times in the leg before he was abducted. The family did not tell the police or other security agencies. They decided to pay the ransom that was demanded by the kidnappers. The total sum of about 25 million naira in dollars was paid to these kidnappers, but they refused to release the victim. Officers of the command went to their abode in Agbonchia forest, where the victim has been. The victim was rescued alive. The victim has been taken to the hospital. One of the kidnappers, while exchanging gunfire with our officers, got injured and is undergoing treatment as well. And we recovered one AK-47 rifle from these kidnappers, 2 magazines loaded with 44 rounds of live ammunition, and the 2 operational vehicles used to torment members of the public.
I was snapped at along artillery on the 19th of December. Since then, it has not been easy, but they have taken money from my wife, and ever since he did, they have put in a lot of effort, and today they were able to rescue me. I must say that Nigerian police have really done very well. I don't know how to appreciate them. They have really done well. As I was on my way back home, I saw some gunmen surrounded my car. I was wondering who they are. Within a twinkle of an eye, they used their gun to shatter my glasses and drag me out, shot me on my legs. Today made it about 3 weeks.
Now, the last voice note you listened to was that of the victim. For security reasons, I don't think it's good to call his name, right? However, I also want to join him to applaud the police, for doing the needful, for rescuing him, even though I do think they should have been proactive to make sure that Rivers State is so safe that the kidnappers can't even do anything, even though that would be wishful thinking, because I will be asking for a utopian state. However, I'm reminded of the DPO. I'll tell you about this when I come back. We have a very short commercial break. When I come back, I'll tell you what I'm reminded of.
لبيك الله
.3 Nigeria Info. 26 minutes gone past the hour, and we're looking at the big stories. And I was just telling you about a story of police success in Rivers State, the Agbonchia access in Eleme local government. And you see, I like that story because the police were able to go and find the criminals in their hideout, rescue the victim, apprehend one of the suspects, or should I call them kidnappers now, one of them. The others were able to run, but we'll get them eventually. Hopefully we'll get them. With the one in custody, we will be able to trace the others, right? Or maybe those people would have to flee and go somewhere else because they will not be able to commit crimes in River State, hopefully, I think. However, I am reminded of Bako Bashim. I'm reminded of him because I now see how efficient the police can be if they put their mind to, flushing out criminals. I'm not reminded of how the police can indeed police River State. And I suddenly have this level of trust and hope and belief in them that they can flush criminals if the morale is high. And I'm hoping that the morale can be high and they can go back to the Awuda region of River State and or maybe he's not even there anymore, but find the Tubaba, General Tubaba, who is believed to be the primary suspect or the primary character in that murder of the former DPO, late Bako Angbashim. It's 4 months and 3 days. I am counting and I'll keep counting. I may not have any other thing to do, but I'll keep counting. And many of us may not like the police. Many of us may have grudges against the police, but they are human beings. And if we say we want our institutions to be strong, then we must call a spade, like some of you have argued. And whether we like the police or not, we will keep shouting, we will keep screaming, we will keep talking at, I hear they've arrested some new people apart from the ones who went to court. And I read a report of a parent crying out that I think their child was arrested. But really, I do know the police can be efficient, and I'm pushing, and I'm a fan of the root of this. It's 4 months and 3 days. I'm hoping this is not swept under the carpet, because it looks like maybe someone is trying to make it difficult for the police, to actually get to the root of this matter. Is that a big man behind it? Is that the police not wanting to do anything about it because, maybe conspiracy theories are not good on hard facts, but hey, I'm just thinking carelessly this afternoon, and I'm wondering. So I'm just going to leave it at police. I have seen your efficiency. I have seen how you can, get the work done when you put your mind to it. I'm hoping you can put your mind to, apprehending the number one character, or the number one suspect in the killing, because I'm using the word suspect because he called in the other time and said he was innocent and he did not partake in the killing. However, we would like to see him being tried by the courts, or facing the law of the land. But that being said, it's the bottom of the hour. It's time for me to open the phone lines. But before I do it, I would like to bring your attention to my final big story. A man, Sotonye Kingsley, who claims to be a civil servant in the State Ministry of Education, has called for a fair distribution of the 100,000 naira Christmas bonus approved by Governor Siminalayi Fubara for the state civil servants in December. Now, Mr. Kingsley, who came to the Nigeria Info FM complex this morning, says he is yet to receive the bonus and alleged that only a select few received it after a peaceful protest last week, Thursday. I remember talking about it last week, and I think on Friday, was it on Thursday when we talked about it? Was it on Friday? I can't remember now. I remember some people calling and say, oh, we have seen a lot, a lot has dropped, we have seen our own. But he's saying that only a select few were given their bonus on Thursday, or was it Friday last week? So I'm remember I had a conspiracy theory at the time, and I broke it down into three parts. I said, one, it could actually be what the head of service said could be true. It could be true, you know what I mean. It could be true that the bank is having network issues and cannot do a proper transfer, even though I then questioned that these same people who are yet receiving bonus were able to receive their salaries from the bank. So what stopped the bank from doling out the money, the Christmas bonus to this civil servants? But then I argued and said maybe the government did not budget enough money for it, and it was an impulse bonus. I don't know, we're in the political season. There is the back and the forth in Rivers State, the political drama. That could have been a factor, right? Or it could be that the money has been released and some people are cutting corners. I mean, it's Nigeria, right? more especially, it is Rivers State, right? What do I mean by cutting corners? Now, the Rivers State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, was on the Morning Crossfire today, and he said that the issue regarding the Christmas bonus has been resolved following last week's protest. Okay. Let's listen first to Sotonye Kingsley, and then we'll listen to the Information Commissioner, and I'll let you be the judge. I'll let you judge this one, right? So just stay tuned while I look for the sound bites and the voice notes, and so you can judge for yourself, right? Where is it now? Okay.
We got information that the governor released the money 100%, which the money is supposed to go round to every civil servant. We have gone to the banks, we have gone to the board, we have gone even to the ministry. We went on a peaceful protest, and the head of service addressed us. So he gave us the assurance that the money will be paid, that is due to maybe network problem. Then on Friday, some persons randomly started receiving alert, meaning that they just decided to pay some few persons and leaving some persons blindly. Myself, I have not received, and so many others that are not here. Let something be done. We want our money paid to us.
That issue has been cleared. Some of them protested to Government House Gate on Thursday, and the head of service, Dr. Nweke, addressed them and assured them that the next day, which was last Friday, that they will all get. I'm not too sure there are agitations anywhere to whether anyone has been paid. It's been paid. It was problem with the banks, intra-bank transfers. For government to release the money to over 40,000 civil servants, which is in the neighborhood of about 4 billion.
So you heard that government released the money in its entirety. I want to believe the commissioner. I want to believe him. I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I do believe him. So who is the person? Okay. I just think there should be an investigation. I'm not going to look for trouble today. I just believe there should be an investigation. What do you think? The phone lines are officially open. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Officially, you can now join the conversation. Let's get your thoughts. Let's get your opinion. And you could also send it via WhatsApp to the number 0809-030-6416. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. And we are active on X, Nigeria Info PH. All right, let's start the conversation. Remember, there is a call screener. She's going to take down your name, your location, and your contribution. Frank from D-Line, welcome.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, welcome.
Let me talk about the kidnapping people number rise to 80-something in Abuja.
Not necessarily part of my conversation.
Yesterday we discussed about this security in Nigeria.
Frank,
it's not a good one. And I have said the time with the number that our governors and the president, they are after 2027. Instead of them to govern us, they want that they have a full to govern us. They are thinking how they will win 2027. That is what they are fighting for now. Even in
Frank,
they forget to secure us and the people, the property they try to secure. So I'm appealing to them for them to rethink and take care of us and secure us and forget fighting for 2027. Because we take control by 2027. This is my comment.
All right, thank you very much, Frank. I tried to tell you that's not part of the conversation. I just mentioned that, and I said that we could have talked about it. So many things to talk about, but I just mentioned it so you know it's out there. I'm not talking about it. I do not want to talk about it. I've got Idat from Inkoro. Idat, welcome. What is on your mind?
Kalada, I agree to you.
Yes.
Kalada, are we talking about these 25 lawmakers? Can I go on?
Yeah, of course, it's part of our conversation, so go ahead.
Okay. You know that there is a court case pending. I don't know why these people are going there to sit. Most times they say they are 25. Most times they say they are 27. I don't know what they are going there to sit. They should wait for the court. Now they are violating the law. When courts, everyone should stand still. And they are going there to sit. To sit. Ask the governor to bring budget back that they've signed. Has it happened before?
When you say, Ida, can you hear me?
Thank you very much. God bless.
There's something wrong with my mic, I guess. There's something wrong with my mic. I don't know why they can't hear me, but let's keep the conversations coming in. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Ida mentioned a court case, but I'm wondering, I thought we were withdrawing court cases. I mean, I thought so. But let's come here. Not for me. This one says, Kalada, asking the governor to represent the budget for the second time is laughable. God day Teme. All right. Nicholas Erasmus, I do not blame the lawmakers whom their seats are declared vacant, but the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, Who doesn't want to show the man and power in him? Nicholas Erasmus with that one. I've got Braid from our one. Braid, welcome. What is on your mind? Tell me.
Yeah, greetings to Mr. Batubo.
Yeah, Braid. Good to have you.
Yes, thank you very much. This assembly asking team to represent the budget to them. I don't know. The Martin-Amaewhule-led assembly, I think court banned them not to meet, not to even use police to meet or use boys to meet. This time they are meeting, passing different budgets, also deciding this law, they are repealing it and not the rest. And the same Martin-Amaewhule was the House leader when they bring this Chinese law that gave the former governor power to use under 21. And the same Martin-Amaewhule have a claim speaker because court has barred him. So he is a self-acclaimed speaker, and in the eyes of the law, he is no more an assembly member because he has defected to another party. Even his principal, the minister, said it, that if you have crossed to another party, you have to drop the umbrella. So now he is telling Singh, who has duly, the governor of Rivers State, who has duly presented his budget to the legitimate assembly speaker at our then, Edison and Co. And it has been passed to law. And the man has been working with the budget since last year to this year. Under which constitution we are seeing such in this a supplementary budget and not even the budget. I don't know whether the lawmakers they don't even read the Nigerian the eyes of the law. You and the 25 or 26 or 27, you are pleased to become a lawmaker. So please allow Rivers State to breathe. If you want to pass a budget, come, let us do election again. If you pass through the order, you can become an assembly member. Then, if the assembly member gives an seat to elect you as a speaker, you can take it. The Rivers State does not belong to one particular group. Please.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got to let you go. Apparently, I'm having problems with my phone lines, so I'm hoping that the IT guys can come in and help me with that. But while I'm waiting for them, I'm just going to read some more messages. The former lawmakers, you called them former, Martin-Amaewhule and his friends, asking the governor to resubmit the already signed appropriation law is a huge joke, and this they are very much aware of. Even former Governor Wike knows this when he said that he wasn't aware of their defection, I beg your pardon, and that he would not have allowed them to move if they had informed him. This is because, as a lawyer, he knows the implications. As we speak, in the midst of licking their wounds, the former governor is already preparing his boys for a by-election for the former lawmakers to go back to the house. All they are doing to Governor Fubara is to distract him from focusing on the ball until INEC does the needful. Donato Saro Menemak, Esquire, Port Harcourt. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on now. This one says, good evening, Canada. At times I wonder if we are in a banana republic. Why will the former lawmakers be asking the governor to re-present a budget that has been signed already? Come on, we have gone past this stage. They have resigned, so therefore, in the eyes of the Lord, they are no longer lawmakers. I rest my case. Comrade Osunju, God's will, John. So let's keep the WhatsApp messages pouring in. Remember, like I've just said, I have a little problem with, what do you call it now? The phone lines. And I'm trying to contact the IT department to come help me with that one. But this one says, Canada, top of it's not evening yet, afternoon. He said, resubmitting the already passed and signed budget to Martin-Amaewhule's faction is a mockery to democracy. As such, he said, has such thing happened in Nigeria before? From Thank God Ability at Tuebu. All right. Thank you very much. Let's say this one. This one says, on the resurgence of insecurity on Abuja Highway. All right, on the resurgence of insecurity on Abuja Highway, just give me a minute there. Yes, you said it is worrisome and very great threat to our nation's capital city. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria has over time provided necessary equipment for the government security forces. Please, the President or those in leadership cannot come and physically is for all patriotic individuals should. I'm trying to understand your message. Okay, where is it now? He said, please, the President or those in leadership position cannot come and physically mount surveillance to detect criminal elements. Security is for all. Patriotic individuals should always provide credible intelligence information to security agencies to tackle the menace before it overwhelms the entire state of the Federation. Information is very important in intelligence gathering. Jimbo Baraye Karibon Nelson from Ogu Town, a veteran of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. All right, keep those calls coming in. The phone lines are back up. Let's get your thoughts. This one says, greetings, Canada. Governor Sim Fubara should follow the path of wisdom and submit River State 2024 appropriation bill to the River State House of Assembly, led by Honorable Amaewhule-led. That's the law, except the governor wants to commit gross misconduct, and he should know what that means to his administration. Emi Fiaga, welcome on.
You see, Canada, I'm thinking, there's something I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that we don't even need a law anymore. Because why do we need it? Why do we need institutions when the law of governing those institutions, people will just out it and court will give an injunction, people will just flout it, people will go ahead and do whatever they like, and there are no consequences for action. Now, these lawmakers fought, they've gone to court, they've back and forth, there are no consequences, they go ahead and do whatever they like. The governor went ahead to recognize them again. Look, Canada. Well, I don't know, but to me, I don't know what the lawmakers think. Maybe they believe those. Okay, what do they want? Is it that they want to add something, they want to add the budget, or they want to add, there are things they need and they need to add to it? Or is it that some money that has been expended, some money that has been, some items to the budget that are taking a full effect? Maybe the governor has discharged funds for them and they will record those and they will record them back. Or what is it exactly they want to do?
Maybe that will. Maybe that will give. Muriel, can you hear me? Maybe that will give some credibility. You know, there is the argument as to who is speaker, who's not speaker, who's the legitimate member, who's not the legitimate member. So maybe that will give some credibility, not legality. Now we're not talking about only the court can judge what is legal or not, but that will give, you know, maybe some credibility to the matter. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, Canada maybe just want to show to the world that now they are the real ones and they need to discharge this particular. This one is one of the topmost duties that they need to carry out and must pass through them. But Canada, if the governor goes there, look, there are things. You see, body language is very important. We don't know, the governor has not said anything. And look, we all read, all of us are all sensitive. The governor, he went ahead to acknowledge them as lawmakers again, even when River said everybody was crying, shouting that no, we have to wait for the law, we have to follow the constitution. And Canada, if the governor goes ahead again to present this budget, would I say really present this budget to them? No, Canada is going to be a big slap on all of us.
All right.
The budget is in full court, is in full effect. It should go ahead. The budget has been carried out. In fact, the budget is up. And they're telling me that the life of Rivers people, everybody will be suspended.
All right. Muriel, I've got to go. Muriel, I've got to go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've got Victor from Rumo Cruci. Victor, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
We should be talking
talking and cut time and let other people.
I'm sorry about that.
Time.
Just like you have your time now. Go ahead and talk, please.
Okay. What I want to say is this. In the eye of law, these persons are not lawmakers again. This is what I was even crying out that why is peace accord that we are signing. We are signing peace accord. We don't know the implication of the peace accord because these are the games that are playing. Some persons are trying to call for. You can imagine the kind of peace accord that we are signing, making individuals to be stronger than institutions. It's very wrong. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Ilomba from Asilari, welcome. Let's get it.
I greet you, Canada.
Yeah, welcome.
I want to talk about the one they say that the governor should represent budget. You see what I told you yesterday? Like me, I get bad mouth, but I don't get bad mouth. I'm a very good person that I keep agreement as it is. Because when it comes to constitution is like agreement. Nigeria agreed to do like this. And they agree. They come to do. Human being is more stronger than institution. The same thing my people that come before me say. This is the problem. It's a very big problem. This governor, by any means, go back again and represent that budget again. That is the end of his political career. Maybe you don't know the game he's trying to play. That will be the end of him. And all these supporters will die. And this Anambra boy will die on him the other day. What are that boy going to do? In the land of speed, he will be crying that I don't know this type of man. This person will make me go support, go die. That's very unfortunate. I tell you, I beg, may they not make Nigeria look like a Republic. That's what I'm saying. Constitution war. That's our own cry. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Ilomba. Let's focus on some messages now. Let's focus on some messages. What is on the message portal? On Facebook. Yeah, I've got some messages on Facebook. Inaimwe Baratam says the 25 lawmakers at the site of the law ask the governor to resubmit budget. It is like the so-called former lawmakers don't know anything about the law and lawmaking. They don't know that the budget is now a law of Rivers State. Martin-Amaewhule-led and his colleagues should start preparing for new elections because we know how they got there. God bless Rivers State. All right, okay. Let's go to WhatsApp now and see what's there. WhatsApp. Kalada. On this Rivers Wala, I blame Tinubu. He added fuel to the flame when he came out with his obnoxious 8-point directive. Resubmit the budget. It is their audacity for me. Newton Ikira. Let's see this one. Okay. The defected House members asking seem to represent the 2024 budget is so vague because constitutionally they are no longer members of the State House of Assembly. The law should take its course on this matter. IK from Rumigbo. Let's see. This one says, good afternoon, Kalada. The lawmakers make them just a play. When Wike was the governor, do they have the impetus to talk before him or repeal any bills? Can they do this to Wike even as a minister? These guys are disrespecting the state. They will meet their Waterloo, Lady V says. Okay. This one says, a very good afternoon to you, Kalada. Comrade Clinton from Bury. Those that are yet to get their December bonus should continue to make noise. Some persons can be very funny. Let a few individuals not sabotage the goodwill of the governor to Rivers civil servants. Finally, Kalada. Governor Sim representing an already signed budget will be a slap on our constitution. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's say this one. You see why Nigeria is like this? Nigeria is like a child who is playing with sand, unknowing to the child that he or she can be sick from it or can lead to death. How can anyone ask the governor to present the bill, people who their seats are vacant? Why not rerun the election first? Are you sure we will still need our constitution? Nigeria matter serve the entire person. Okay, all right. Let's see. I've got Clinton. I just read your message. Clinton from Bori, welcome. What is on your mind?
Yeah, Kalada, thank you. I wanted to ask because I cannot know. The letter that everything he wrote to INEC, have they returned it back?
That question, the answer to that question, I don't think. Why would they return the letter back? I think what we saw online.
Well, INEC acknowledged that they received the letter.
Yes, that's what we saw online.
Another letter has not been sent to INEC that they should forget about that one. So what are they saying? Even INEC is a problem because they have said nothing about it.
No. There is a court order from the 25 or is it 27, saying that INEC and the other 4 people cannot declare their seats vacant. So I guess that's what's holding INEC, and that's why INEC.
They should not, but it has been done already now.
But then again, there is a court order. That's basically what I'm saying. So INEC would have to wait for the substantive matter to be dealt with.
The governor should be very, very careful because, like I said, Rivers people are behind him, and him recognizing those people again is the problem. It makes him very controversial because if you are too disciplined, those are non-lawmakers who don't know them. You're going back to recognize them as lawmakers, and now you don't want to present the budget they give to them. It makes everyone confused. So we just want to be very careful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Is it Ken? Welcome. What is on your mind?
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, greetings to you. Welcome.
Canada, can I talk about the youngest Prime Minister?
No, it's not part of my conversation. I just mentioned it in passing.
Okay, see, the so-called 25 lawmakers are working under the influence of frustration. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your thoughts there. And this one says, good day, Mr. Batabo. The 25 lawmakers asked Governor Fubara to submit the 2024 budget. This is laughable and does not hold water. 2024 budget has been signed into law. The 25 lawmakers in the eye of the law have lost their seats and they are no longer members of River State House of Assembly. Any amendment made by the 25 lawmakers are null, or any amendment, she said, is null and void. On Attack Clean Team West. Martin-Amaewhule-led and his team of colleagues, I'm going to remove what the adjective you used there, should pack well, you said. In Senate climes where there are strong institutions, the issue of representing an already presented budget wouldn't come up. It is very sad indeed. Simply goodness from Alakaya. All right, so what are you thinking? What is on your mind? I'd like to hear what is on your mind. I'm looking for, let's see, what do I have here? Okay, so I'm going to take one last call and we call it a wrap. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. One last call, and this one says, we are crying more than the bereaved. The governor unambiguously told the world that he can do anything for peace to reign in River State. This includes representing the budget in a big box before Martin-Amaewhule-led APC Assembly, asking Edison Eye to resign his membership and speakership of the House. Readmit those commissioners who voluntarily resigned promised not to touch the Traditional Rulers Council that was bulldozed into existence, etc. However, some people are saying, yeah, you can do all of that, but what does the Constitution say? I guess that's why there is so much noise on this one. Ike from Rukboku, welcome. Ike, what is on your mind?
Mr. Colonel.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, good afternoon. Quickly, please. We've got 60 seconds.
My opinion on this, I don't what these lawmakers are achieving with their applause. And I don't know if I would say this governor is trying to be weak, because these are the same people who like to impeach him.
All right.
You understand? So it's high time he has to be very careful with them.
Okay. All
because
right.
these seats are vacant. So representing the budget is totally uncalled for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ike. That's where we'd have to step on the brakes, I guess. But before I do, a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Leslie Ejeku, has described the statement credited to Eugene O'Day on the legality of the seating of the 25 APC lawmakers led by Martin-Amaewhule as a misinterpretation of court process. Ejeku, in an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, said the 25 lawmakers have an order of court from a federal high court Abuja that empowers them to carry out their legislative activities in their house. So different legal interpretations as to what is happening. I told you, everybody's debating about it. All right, the business news is up next. After the business news, Canvas. After Canvas, we'll talk some more. So please still stay tuned. Interesting programmings lined up for your listening pleasure.